Greetings, dear suckers. My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome back to False GamerGater, where the world isn't, in fact, a clown world, because clowns are funny. And, well, welcome to pain. You'll see why. I'll just leave you in the care of my past self now. Pardon my out-of-line behavior. Would you be willing to do me a favor? What could he want? Excuse you, sir, but I am taken. Management just fired our tester of video games, Vivian James. Those of you less familiar with your history might just think that's a pun on video games. And it is, but it's a pun with quite a history to it. So if you're up for a break, why not playtest my prototype game? Sure, why not? Game within a game. Good times. What you'll be testing is a teleportation mechanic. And the testing will end as soon as you find Salik. Find Salik? He's here? Is that right? Press space to jump for a given value of jump. Hold shift key to teleport. Oh, I see. That's neat. Be honest, this is just an excuse to get me to play your tech demo, isn't it? Okay. Whoa. Why can't I... That was odd. Whoa. Anything down here? Ooh, what's this? Nothing. Kind of weird how sometimes it can go past certain things and sometimes not. Maybe it's a proximity thing? Yeah, must be. Yep, okay. Oh, well that's pleasant scenery. Oh, hi. What's that say? Oh, fuck. Nothing apparently. Oh, hi! You're looking for Salik, huh? That's the end of that conversation, I guess. Well, that doesn't look quite right. Well, this all looks Interesting. Hello. Did you notice the teleportation ability has a limited range? Yep, one of the first things I noticed. I wonder if the range is a bit too much. That's an interesting thing to say. Seems to be implying that perhaps to find Salak I've got to stretch the limits of the ability, like so. Whoa, that's trippy. It's fine if you're just doing it normally, but if you hold it down, that feels weird. Also, you can't go diagonally. Oh, hi. Oh, never mind. Oh, hello. Long time no see, Salak. Found you. Finish line. My. Aren't you looking most handsome? Huh? Where did he go? What is it you want from him? I'm supposed to reach him to end the game. Okay. Okay, there you go. You can touch that to end the game. Go on. I want to see him. Oh? What else do you want from him? Tell me, and I'll arrange that for you in another way. Where is he? Give him back. I see. Then get lost. Oh, hi. What? Okay, what do I do? Can I attack some way? Or do I just... Oh, what? What the heck was that? Okay, I got it, but how? Wow, I'm a blur. I'm permanently a blur now! That's great. Oh, crap, I accidentally... Oh, I can't actually access the menu here. That's unfortunate. Come on. How do I actually attack these guys, though? It just seems entirely arbitrary whether I can actually retaliate. What do I do? I'm stuck in this again. Okay. What do I do? I just keep taking... Ah, fuck. Like, even when I do get a chance, the fucking time frame is so fucking... What? I got that! Why didn't it let me... I can't do anything! What am I... What is this? Ah, I pressed Z there! Nowhere to go. I don't understand this combat system. No, press Z. Oh, come on! Even when I start the thing, sometimes it just... Ah! What am I doing? There's no... It just seems to be completely random whether I live or die. And because there's so many of them, it's basically just always die. Okay, I've gotten a bit farther, just due to sheer luck, I think. Fine. I'll play. Honestly, probably would have been fine just relying on those bozos. Oh, fuck! No! What do I do? What are the rules? What are the rules? Oh, and I've got to go through all this again, hoping that I get lucky again. I don't get this! There's no sense to any of this! There's no... And I'm doing the exact same things that I was doing last time, and it's just not fucking working! What the fuck?! Why can't I attack?! Why am I incapable of attacking it? Except when it just... Hi. Just lets me attack it, essentially. It's just purely... I pressed Z! Oh, and now I'm stuck with these bozos. And like, even when it gives me the chance, it does sometimes it just doesn't actually, because I press Z and it doesn't work. Oh, now I'm stuck like this. Okay. What? Wait, no. Wait, no, they were attacking while I was... Okay, that didn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. Ah! What? How did you get me from across? None of... this is painful! Yeah. Die! Die! Perish, you infernal worm! Just fucking die! Silly woman. Silly woman. Fuck you! For you to go this far, to save a fictional version of your man. Even blowing your cover in the process. So you know, huh? Some of us do. Why did her head suddenly become... hope that it's none of the wrong people. Since you're here, looking for him, I take it he's not resting at home. Is that what you were told? They told me he was crunching. Oh, he's crunching, alright. Crunching between the jaws of a machine. Ha. They didn't even try. He never crunches, saying his wife starts feeling lonely. My hubby is just that kind and considerate. Considering your husband's name is Salik, well, cue the image of Obama putting a medal on himself. He also said that anything extra he earns from crunching, you'll just get him to spend all of it, so there's no point. My hubby is just that cruel and heartless. Oh, how quickly the turns table. Anyways, there you go. Ara, Mr. Fantasy is back. He looks so cool and muscular. You're drooling. Well, I've been lonely. I miss his manhandling touch. Down, girl. Admire all you want. Just remember, when you touch him, it'll boot you out of the game. Aww. I was hoping to explore him more. Could you take off his shirt? And then look away? Then look what? What? Are you planning to? Nope, I'm force-ending this session right here. Is there a way I could pause this? Slowest. Auto message is off, dialogue speed is at the slowest. Not entirely certain. Not entirely certain what else you want from me, unless you just brought this up so that you could pause the game while also hiding my view of you. That isn't what I was looking for. I'm not letting you satisfy yourself here with a fictional version of him. Channel that frustration and go find him in real life. How was the experience? Illuminating. It felt a bit lacking. It felt a bit lacking in climax. Otherwise, it was fine. Keep up the good work. Okay then. Well, that was a painful experience I was put through. What makes people give such vague feedback? Innuendo, that's what. Alright, let's... Lava hallway. Ah yes, every good game studio has one of these. Is that lava? Accept modernity, reject degeneracy. Games for everyone, by everyone. On the right side of history. What's this? Nothing, apparently. Apparently I'm a giant now. Is that one of your fetishes, Salik? There's my treasure chest. All locked up and secure, like a bad boy. Say something. If they brought you here as leverage to force me to do something evil, I apologize, Elisa. I still won't do it. Good man. So you don't care that I'm taken hostage? And defiled inside and out? So long as you get to stay all pure and innocent yourself? I'll figure something out. Get you out of here. Cute. Door unlocked with keycard. Huh? How did you... I'm not the damsel in distress here, darling. You are. Oh wow. How subversive of you, Salik. A strong woman rescuing a man who's a damsel in distress. It's almost like that kind of narrative is not subversive at all, and is in fact old hat. And the idea that it is purely just a part of a Mott and Bailey defense of these obnoxious cunts that are trashing the game industry. But of course that can't possibly be true. That would go against the message. Am I supposed to give you a kiss now, as thanks? I prefer something more monetary. You know, if you left me here and waited this out, I'd probably be given a lot of hush money. Oh. Well, this blows. For someone helping a prisoner escape, aren't you a bit relaxed? How exactly did you get in here? I got in, posing as a re-education officer. I found they needed someone from a group of consultants to come down here and re-educate you for naughty think. Huh. So sometimes when people try to summon a demon, an angel can dawn in its place. An angel can dawn. That's an odd turn of phrase. Oh, hear me, cursed one. Tidings I bear, to turn your damnation into spring. Heed the wishes of your enchanting wife, and salvation will be yours in the afterlife. Okay, Rhymy. So you're a demon after all. Cut the lovey-dovey chit-chat, sour biscuit. And pray tell, what got you refrigerated here? In this... too hot for your snowflake co-workers? Well, they were having a meltdown. Though less to do with me, and more to do with the situation games industry is in. I mean, the situation the games industry is in. Is this related to the GamerGate 2 thing? Had that bleeding into my ears on my way here. It is related to that, yes. Are gamers really harassing developers and journalists? And have become terrorists? No. May I explain what's really going on here? I don't care. Sure. I'm curious. School me, sensei. Your Kit Kat is curious. Elisa, you make me lose focus with those types of comments. Or that type of comments. Then focus harder. So, to explain what's really going on, 4 major companies release one game each, all sequels to popular and beloved titles. and they all had some strikingly similar weirdness going on in them, specifically with the game's story, dialogues, and character designs. It's the type of weirdness that keeps pulling you out of the game, ruining the whole experience. The gamer gaze. It's sharp with noticing patterns. The gamer gaze, more like the gamer gaze. That pun works better in text. Never mind. So gamers looked into these games from different studios and found a common thread. That all these games were touched by the same consultant group. Or, to put it more accurately, the same protection racket. A consultant group that can be hired to work or consult on your game's story, dialogues, and character designs. So gamers found the fat princess to whom the shoe fits. A few months after this was discovered, one gamer, named Cabrutus, made a list. A list of all games this consultant group was hired to work on, so gamers who dislike what they do can choose to avoid those games. Seems innocent enough. But when do people start acting guilty? After this list gained a few thousand followers its first month, one employee, or one consultant from that consultant group, took notice, and publicly encouraged people he knew to mass report the list Cabrutus made to get it removed. This consultant employee was also encouraged people in his group to mass report Cabrutus's personal games account in an effort to get him banned and send a clear message to gamers. Wait, his personal games account? Where he had all his games? Yes, 700 of them, I believe. Bought and paid for. And, if these people had their way, stolen. Uh-oh. Right. Gamers did not take kindly to the idea of their games being taken away, or being intimidated like this. So they came to Cabrutus's defense, followed his list, and reported the employee of that consultant group for harassment. I hope they also made backups of that list. Maybe made their own groups that mirrored it. Maybe they did, I don't know. You know, a whole I'm Spartacus sort of thing. Actually, come to think of it, I wonder if anyone changed their Steam name to Cabrutus. These people seem stupid enough that might fool them. This got that employee's social media account suspended for a week. That's it? I've seen people be permanently banned for far less. Like, for instance, explicitly telling your followers not to do anything stupid. That has gotten someone banned. Permanently. You love to see it. After he got suspended, his colleagues and other consultants started speaking up in his defense. That period should be a comma, and there should be a comma after consultants. Doubling down on getting the list removed, instead of leaving the gamers alone. So thousands of gamers start pushing back, and voice their opinions against them. I don't think that comma should be there. Now, an interesting thing happened at this point. Gamers who had participated in the first GamerGate 10 years ago noticed that some of these consultants were key voices against gamers in the first GamerGate, Um, hmm. That first period should be a comma, or no comma, just remove it. And that first comma shouldn't be there. It seems these anti-gamer voices from 10 years ago are now embedded deep into the games industry and have gained influence. And so the plot gets thicker. So the experienced gamers, who have already dealt with these people and their tactics before, foretell and educate us on how this sequel, GamerGate 2, is going to go down. And everybody knows that the sequel's never quite as good. Again, that period should be a comma. And what did the GamerGate daddies say? The anti-gamer side will not apologize, or accept any wrongdoing, ever. That checks. They will deny what you see with your own eyes. They will keep gaslighting you to farm harassment. Then they will run to their game journalist friends, and get them to write articles defending them. Articles will be published from multiple game publications, repeating the exact same points. Deflecting all issues gamers have by calling it harassment. Using this harassment narrative, established through collective authority, they will start shutting down any conversation on this topic. Once all the gamer voices are purged, and only the anti-gamer ones remain, that is history successfully written. I think those should be commas. So that's how it went down in Dirty 10 years ago. The veterans of GamerGate also foretell, comma, that whatever weird thing or quality drop you're noticing in games, first they'll tell you it's not happening. Then they'll say it is happening, but it's not a big deal. And then they'll finish it off with, it is happening, and here is why it's a good thing. So we're not dealing with journalists and game devs here. We're dealing with social engineers. Quite so. Correct. So we're at a point with this GamerGate 2, where about 500,000 gamers have signed onto Cabrutus's list, against the weirdness injected by these consultants into games. And as game industry figures, developers, and journalists keep coming out, dismissing and insulting this group of gamers, and keep lying about what happened, and keep gaslighting them, and keep insulting them, and keep calling them harassers, gamers in the thousands are simply responding, sharing their counter-opinions, sharing the truth of what happened, and digging in, uncovering more corruption and funny business in the games industry. No mystery or puzzle can remain hidden with a gamer detective and his shovel. So that's what they are calling harassment. The barrage of responses they get from gamers when they put out a lie, or a dismissal, or a gaslight, or an insult. If the game industry figures just shut up themselves, gamers will too. They can't stop, even if they tried. It's the high they get from riling up so many people. I know, because I can't stop myself either. I get high and excited when I make you so hot and so bothered. On that point, the employee consultant who tried to get Cabrutus's games account banned, when he came back after a week of suspension, he made a disrespectful comment towards a world-renowned anime creator who had just passed away that day. R.I.P. The disrespect harshly riled up the anime community, and so they joined the gamers with their pushback. These addicts will keep chasing the high until they overdose and die. You should stop chasing the high too, else you'll end up overdosed too. I disagree, Powder. Unlike them, my source of injection is only one man, with a long needle and a large tank. Okay. So you filled me up with what's going on out there. Now fill me in with what's going on in here. I basically sided with the gamers, and that got me isolated here. Oh, were you spilling out something interesting? I went around in the channels gamers were gathering, and told them why game developers hate them. That devs who progress in the industry are not the ones who show care towards gamers. It's the ones who show care towards other developers. So in a situation like this, devs would come out and publicly insult gamers, if it means showing loyalty to their fellow developers. Gamers are quite the oppressed bunch, aren't they? It does feel like that at times. So, Elisa, what's the escape plan? The what? You infiltrated this place and got me out of my prison. But how do you plan to get me out of this building? I mean, surely we could just kind of run for it. What are they gonna do? Shoot us? I can't simply walk out of here now, can I? One does not simply walk out of Mordor. Good question. Now I wonder what could be the answer. I see. I'll figure something out for myself. You walk out of here now, Elisa. Thank you for coming this far for me. No. I'm not going back through that cesspit alone. I get rapist vibes from some of the people there. Average male feminist. This complicates things. You'll figure it out, hubby. I believe in you. And once this damsel is in distress no more, she will press her wet lips onto that cheek of yours. Which cheek? Okay. Playing Salic again. Sweet. Okay then. If only we had that teleport power. Oh, hello. We do have that button mashing power though. Anything else? Password required. A 2 words password. You lied to me. Let's check if there's something helpful on this computer. I mean, if it has a connection to the internet, we could probably just get word out to the police that we're being held captive here. Or something indecent for blackmail. The recycle bin, then. Covers some interestingly titled notes. The Infected, the Mind Virus, and Gamergate 1. Are they working on a fucking zombie plague or something? Wouldn't put it past them. A dire note from ex-CFO to CEO of Walk Together Studio. It seems the way game studios have been funding their projects with easy money lately, comma, has forced them to... No, actually, don't even need a comma there. Has forced them to invite certain outsiders into their fold. These outsiders, I've come to realize, are carrying a mind virus with them. Also known as a mimetic virus. This mind virus corrupts the studio from within, turning every game it produces into poisonous trash. Eventually causing the game studio to shutter its offices. Is this mind virus a psyop attack from some foreign or domestic agency? Kind of. To poison gamers by poisoning their games? They are using the classic Soviet Union playbook. Is it an attack from our competition? From indie developers? Or is it an alien force we're dealing with? Who knows? I do not know, and I do not care. Because it doesn't change the fact of what's happening here. And so I plead to you, sir. If it's not too late for your mind, please get rid of that easy money. And get rid of the outsiders. The DEIs didn't earn it. But even then, it might not be enough to clean up the studio from the mind virus. The DEI outsiders have a name for people in game studios that are quickly and easily infected by their mind virus. They call them Sweet Baby. For you to clean up the game studio completely, comma, you have to get rid of every single Sweet Baby from it too. Sweet Baby, huh? Clever. The mind virus. It infects your mind and then turns you into a tree. I don't know. It infects your mind and turns you into a vegetable. Literally. Financial loggings, P539. To explain what the mind virus is itself, and this is just a theory, based on me being in close contact to it. A dangerous pastime. It removes all the mental borders you have on reality. So what you imagine, what you dream, or what you see on a screen, it all merges and becomes real. It's not necessarily that a person infected may think everything is reality, though this is the most common. They could also end up thinking that everything is a fiction, or that everything is a dream, or that everything is a video game. Or indeed, they could wind up treating fictional characters like they're real people, and real people like they're fictional characters. And call that empathy. If a person thinks that everything is reality, they take what is fictional too seriously, too consequential, too harmful. They are unable to grow or learn anything either, because they refuse to go through fictional simulated hardships. If they think everything is fiction, they start to treat reality like a video game, with themselves as the main character, and the whole world an NPC. Once you're infected, you end up with a mental disability, but the infected who recognizes change in themselves believe it to be an ability. They say what they had before being infected was like functioning as a mindless NPC. But after the virus, they feel awakened. I believe this is the virus's defense mechanism against being noticed or removed. The sensation it feeds to its host, that all is well, as their perception of reality deteriorates. The infected refer to this sensation as an awakening, a constant state of feeling woke. Hence, this mind virus may be dubbed the woke mind virus. Funny, since being awake constantly is a quick way to get to delusion, hallucination, and eventually death. Quick rundown of GamerGate 1, as I understand what happened. First, some important context, to understand the climate these events took place in. Pre-GamerGate 1, certain women, with no accomplishments in making games, and no love for the medium of gaming, were were given prestige in the games industry and its media coverage, while advocating for their personal brand of feminism in games, and while being antagonistic towards games and gamers. One of these unaccomplished women of prestige, also an indie game dev, had her ex-boyfriend do an expose on her with receipts, revealing how she's been manipulating and abusing him, and that she cheated on him with a games journalist. Some gamers grab onto the fact that this female dev has received positive coverage from the publication of the guys she's sleeping with, and they start to suspect and question that these women of prestige are perhaps sleeping their way into prominence in the games industry. And so these gamers look into and find more dirt regarding collusion, nepotism, and incest between game developers and game journalists. Not like literal incest, of course. That would be far less of a problem. And ask for more transparency and honesty from them. The same group of gamers help raise thousands of dollars for an event that would encourage women towards game development, and help fund one game by a female dev from start to finish, to show their support for more women entering the games industry through meritocracy and hard work, not by performing sexual favors. One could say that performing sexual favors for men is hard work, in a manner of speaking. All major gaming publications, including some non-gaming publications, release articles in Union, mysteriously titled similarly, and uttering the same points. Gamers are dead. Gamers are over. Gamers are dead. Gamers are over. All gamers are sexist. All gamers are misogynists. And these game journalists deflect all criticism and questions by gamers as harassment. They say gamers are harassing women, and that it's because gamers don't want women in games, or in the games industry. General gamer population get involved at this point. They look at all these gamers are dead articles and feel attacked, because they are being attacked, directly. Being called sexist and misogynist, with no idea or context of what's going on, since the articles don't fairly present that context. Then, as gamers discussed about this on social media to try and uncover the context that led them back to certain women being given prestige and feminism being injected into games and women trading sexual favors for positive coverage, they start getting copyright struck, censored, and shadow banned across every major social platform. This level of censorship and existence of shadow banning wasn't something known at the time. Then, Gamergate gets its name. Female gamers start chanting, "Not your shield," telling the games journalists to screw off and not use them as their shield. Political individuals who are anti-feminists and different brand of feminists join. One of them reveals a channel through which multiple game journalist publications conspired and coordinated the release of Gamers Are Dead articles. A federal agency releases a report saying no harassment happened from Gamergate individuals towards the prestigious women. Major game publications lose their credibility and trust with gamers, since they did not report fairly, antagonized gamers, and ran cover for people who gamers question as being in the wrong. Those two periods should be commas. Yeah, that's a pretty comprehensive description of it, as comprehensive as you can get with 6 short pages anyway. You left out the attacks on that aforementioned charity, though. There were some pretty fucking severe attacks. Basically, like, all of the coverage of it was that it was a terrible, awful thing made by terrible bigots. Obviously, there's a lot of other things left out, but that was the main thing that came to mind. Okay. It's funny, though. If you think about it, bunch of bozos got together in private jets to organize a series of screeds decrying how awful and terrible a certain group of people are, and even just straight up calling for their deaths. And the GamerGate people were the ones being investigated for harassment campaign? Funny that. There we go. Password correct. Please step away from the cover. As it vanishes from existence. With a creepy password like that, I'm not confident if this cesspit below would be any better than the human one above. Elisa, hand me your chains. Oh my. Right here? Wait until we're home and near a bed before you tie me down in chains. I'm going to tie your chains on my hand. Oh, getting ready for some action then. You're buying me new ones if they get dirty. Washing is a thing. You're buying me new ones. Don't make me harass you. Terrorist wife. Okay. Oh wow, I've been recording for like 3 hours. I'm gonna take a break, and I'm definitely going to break this up into multiple episodes. I did not when I saw the game on there saying something about 25 to 60 minutes playtime, I didn't think it was. I expected, like, maybe it to take, like, 2 hours or so because of all my ranting, but yeah, we're 3 hours in, and I have no idea how close we are to the end. It could be that we're, like, 2 minutes away from the end, to be fair, but this... well... I'm tired. I'm going to stop recording now, okay? So... until next time, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.
You're gonna be okay, kid.